नेपाल फ्रेंडली है, अनफ्रेंडली है, जो भी है, बट दे आर बीइंग यूज्ड बाय द हॉस्टाइल नेशंस। तो क्या ही फायदा है, कैसी दोस्ती निभा रहे हैं हम अपना ही नुकसान करके।
एनीथिंग नेगेटिव है तो इंडियन है।
Hi everyone, welcome to the Patriot Pair podcast, where we present our views on the raging issues, from geopolitics to culture.
मुझे इसलिए हंसी आ रही है because you have no peripheral vision and I can see that.
So let's get into today's topic.
We haven't been able to record in a couple of weeks, and in those couple of weeks, a few acts of terror have taken place. 14 दिसंबर को ऑस्ट्रेलिया में एक टेरर अटैक हुआ on Bondi Beach.
There was a Jewish celebration of Hanukkah going on. It was the first day of Hanukkah and some Jews were celebrating on Bondi Beach. And इसी process में दो gunmen थे and they opened fire upon the people and 15 people succumbed to the attack and a bunch were injured.
This was a premeditated terror attack which was executed by a father-son duo.
Initially it was being suspected and thrown around कि ये पाकिस्तान से हैं and इनका ISI से link भी है. Apparently one of the duo, the son, had contacted ISI a couple months back. अब उस चीज पे कितना पक्का है नहीं है, nobody knows, but eventually it came out that they have Indian passports and they are apparently from Hyderabad.
जब तक पाकिस्तान की बात हो रही थी, the global media was not talking about it. जैसे ही बात आई कि they have Indian passports.
Yeah, till they were saying कि पाकिस्तान से है, they were saying South Asian है, South Asian है. Till it came out India से है, the moment it came out India से है, everyone started going after them, completely discussing कि हाँ India से है specifically.
Indian करने लग गए. अब ये kind of clarify हो चुका है कि whenever anybody is talking about South Asia, they're talking about either Bangladesh or Pakistan. Whenever they talk about India, especially in a negative light, they will specifically call out India. जिसमें कि it wasn't India's blame to have. It wasn't because of a country's ideology that they did this.
Exactly. Ideology was not country driven at all.
We all know the reasons.
Yeah. अब इस situation में it is very necessary to call those two people what they are, terrorists. And जिस तरह से उन्होंने ये पूरा situation carry out करा was obviously absolutely thought through, heartless, everything to the T. वहाँ पे obviously Bondi Beach में पुलिस की थोड़ी lacking रही. They were just 3 minutes away and it took them a bunch of time to act. And उसकी वजह से काफी और जाने गई हैं.
I wouldn't say थोड़ी lacking रही. This was on the scale of what happened in Uvalde. जहाँ पे police were there on the scene, but because they were so scared, despite being so many in number, दो terrorists and इतनी सारी police, they were still covering.
And not taking shots.
Not even showing any kind of initiative. Simply because they were not because they were scared for the people. The people were already getting shot. They were scared for themselves.
Again, इस situation में उन दो लोगों को terrorist बोलना absolutely correct है. The problem comes that इस situation में sure everyone across the globe started calling them terrorists as they should be. Contrast आता है वहाँ जहाँ पे इंडिया की बात आती है. Again, जब पहलगाम वाला इंसिडेंट हुआ था, globally those people, the attackers, were being coined militants.
यही same outlets, the Wire, the BBC, यही same propaganda outlets were calling those terrorists militants, gunmen, and all sorts of words जो कि
vanilla words.
हाँ, trying to obfuscate what they really are. Because against India है तो terrorism कैसे हो सकता है?
At least against India है तो they don't want to talk about when there is terrorism. They know हो सकता है. The problem is they just don't want to highlight this one thing because frankly India has been suffering at the hands of these terrorists since its inception and before, but that's the case. And all these other countries are also at the mercy of the ideology that they themselves have brought into their lands, and they have no one to blame, but they would like that they can get an out by making India the bad guy.
इनकी प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना, इनकी इंक्लूसिविटी, इनकी डाइवर्सिटी भी चलती है, उसमें भी ये इंडिया को समहाउ रिमूव कर देते हैं अपने इंक्लूसिविटी से. हम नहीं है उसमें इंक्लूडेड.
No, that's because we actually do good when we go to any of these foreign countries. US में currently, if you look at all of Asia, even more than the Chinese, the Indian diaspora is the one that is the highest earning faction of all the rest of Asia. उनके सारे immigrants में से Indians are the ones that do best, and somehow सबसे ज्यादा hate किसको मिलती है? Indians.
And they're also, contrary to popular belief and propaganda, the most well behaved. जो 4 वीडियोस अबाउट इंडियंस आएंगी वही सर्कुलेट होती रहेंगी कि हाँ एक इंडियन 100 में से एक प्रॉब्लमैटिक निकल सकता है. बट व्हेन यू लुक एट अदर डेमोग्राफिक्स, those problems persist much more.
The problem is, even at a global scale, constantly पाकिस्तान और बांग्लादेश का ब्लेम भी इंडिया और इंडियंस ही लेते आए.
नहीं, साउथ एशिया ना.
हाँ, that's what I mean. But they just say Indians. That's the problem. Half the time they don't even try and hide behind the phrase South Asian. They just say Indian.
ओपन रेसिज्म है, ब्लेटेंट ओपन रेसिज्म के. ब्राउन स्किन है तो इंडियन है, एनीथिंग नेगेटिव है तो इंडियन है. जस्ट टू हाईलाइट द कॉन्ट्रास्ट बिटवीन द पहलगाम अटैक एंड द बॉन्डी बीच अटैक एंड द कवरेज बिटवीन द टू. This is what happened in Pahalgam.
पूरी खाली थी, मेरा पति साइड में था, एक इंसान आया, उसने उसको गोली मार दी.
यहाँ पे
उसने बोला कि ये शायद मुस्लिम नहीं है, उसने उसको गोली मार दी.
Please ask for help. We don't need
Okay, don't worry.
मेरे पति का बच्चा लो.
This is what happened in Bondi Beach. This was the coverage of Pahalgam by the major media outlets. And this was the coverage of Bondi Beach by the major media outlets. The same media outlets that said this about Pahalgam said this about Bondi Beach. This is the number of people that got fatally wounded in Pahalgam. And these are the stats regarding Bondi Beach. You tell us how one is an incident, one is a militant attack, one is simply gunmen, and the other is a terrorist attack.
By the way, in the case of Pahalgam, an actual terrorist organization took the credit for that. Meanwhile, in Bondi Beach, it was 2 guys with, at least as of now, no affiliation with any big name terror outlet, and that's still a terror attack. This one, in spite of being declared, it still isn't. Apparently, somehow. I don't know how that happens.
And there's also a contrast in the domestic response. Nobody's telling the Australian government to calm down, unlike what they did after Pahalgam regarding India. Nobody in Australia is saying, देखो election है क्या?
Nobody is saying false flag क्या है क्या? Nobody is saying कि militarize करके there is some attempt at being a dictator. Nobody is calling out any of that stuff. In fact, there's a lot of people saying that Australia should respond harder.
In fact, our problem is unka response harder is going to be only against Indians. They're still not going to see inke South Asia wale. They're still going to only respond against Indians, the law-abiding citizens.
Which is typical when you look at currently what's happening in the dubbed South Asia. Bangladesh, since last year Sheikh Hasina को displace करके उन्होंने नई government set up करी मोहम्मद यूनुस के under, उसके बाद से it has constantly been chaotic, obviously, but the problem is they have just not stopped and now somehow they're going harder. उनके यहाँ पे अभी recently protest start हुई थी based off of jobs and all that stuff, reservation and, yes, and somehow they have made that anti-India protest. टिपिकल बिहेवियर जैसा पाकिस्तान करता है तो ये कभी तो ईस्ट पाकिस्तान ही था. सेम बिहेवियर है जब अपने देश में गड़बड़ होने लगती है तो दे जस्ट लुक टुवर्ड्स इंडिया एंड स्टार्ट पॉइंटिंग फिंगर्स एंड स्टार्ट डूइंग एंटी इंडिया प्रोटेस्ट. इन द सेम फैशन अगेन उन्होंने ये सेम चीज करी है. द थिंग इज दे आर जस्ट गोइंग हार्डर एंड उनका जो टिपिकल टेंडेंसीज है वो बाहर निकल के आ रही है. अ मैन नेम्ड दीपू चंद्र दास, a Hindu of a backward class, by the way, which will become apparent and important later. That man was publicly lynched on alleged charges of blasphemy.
Which were, by the way, false, as of we understand right now.
So that's why, as I said, alleged
It
charges.
started from a personal feud.
Yep. Well, the guy was lynched and hung on a tree, and while he was still alive, he was set on fire. He did not survive, obviously.
And the global media is surprisingly silent on this whole issue. What's happening in Bangladesh is still being called unrest. In the same fashion of fiery but mostly peaceful protests.
The summer of love. And ये चीज by the way साल भर से चल रही है. The number of attacks on the minority in Bangladesh have been completely overlooked. वहां पे कोई ध्यान नहीं दे रहा है, किसी को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है. In the global media, the people that will come shouting at you for the smallest of things, जो यहाँ पे नॉन इश्यूज हैं, इंडिया के नॉन इश्यूज को भी उठा उठा के हाईलाइट किया जाता है जस्ट टू मेक अ पॉइंट. बांग्लादेश में मीनवाइल जो हो रहा है, नो वन वांट्स टू टॉक अबाउट इट. देयर वर ऑब्वियसली एलिगेशंस जब इवन शेख हसीना को डिस्प्लेस किया गया दैट डीप स्टेट ऑफ यूएस का हाथ था इसमें. नो आइडिया अब इसमें सच कितना है झूठ कितना है, बट इट रियली सीम्स लाइक certain powers do want unrest in Bangladesh to continue and they don't want to highlight it. जिस तरह से सबका रिस्पॉन्स चल रहा है, नो वन इज रिस्पॉन्डिंग एट ऑल. किसी को कोई फर्क ही नहीं है जिस लेवल की चीजें वहां पे की जा रही हैं.
बांग्लादेश की जो कोटा रिलेटेड प्रोटेस्ट थी, उनका एंटी इंडिया प्रोटेस्ट में कन्वर्ट होने में बहुत बड़ा हाथ था ऑफ दिस गाय, इनका पॉलिटिशियन हादी. He rode the wave of anti-India sentiment and Northeast separatism to come into power. And उसके बाद में he was assassinated.
Some unknown gunman.
We do not think India had a part to play in it, right?
Yeah, at least as per the evidence, India did not have a hand in it. There was some unknown gunman and जहां तक दिखाई दे रहा है, it was someone of his own faction. तो उसमें इंडिया का कोई हाथ नहीं था as it seems on the surface. लेकिन इस चीज का एक्सक्यूज लेके they somehow made this whole protest into anti-India protest. अब उस चीज को लेके
अब कोटा वाला चला गया, अब सिर्फ एंटी इंडिया ही.
बट जिस लेवल का, जिस तरह की आइडियोलॉजी थी हादी की, ग्लोबल इंटिफाडा वाली, देयर इज अनदर गाय इन न्यूयॉर्क करंटली देयर मेयर, जिसकी आइडियोलॉजी भी एग्जैक्टली यही सेम है, ग्लोबलाइज्ड इंटिफाडा. एंड समहाउ एवरीवन कॉन्स्टेंटली प्रॉप्स अप दीज टू पीपल. ये हादी को भी वहां पे लोकली बहुत प्रॉप किया जा रहा था, एंड सेम फॉर न्यूयॉर्क में ममदानी.
Well, after the assassination of Hadi, the protests in Bangladesh have turned absolutely anti-India and nobody knows what they're really calling out for.
Frankly, along with anti-India, they've turned ugly as well because अब वो journalists को भी attack कर रहे हैं. Recently अभी वहाँ पे उन्होंने वहाँ कई सारे journalists के offices, press offices जला दिए हैं, तोड़-फोड़ कर दिया है पूरा. It's just going bad. It's going ugly.
They burned the press offices while the people were still inside. उनकी मिलिट्री को वहां पे आना पड़ा. It sounds funny to say Bangladesh military.
Yeah.
Anyway, उनकी मिलिट्री को वहां पे आना पड़ा and they had to negotiate with the protesters to let the people go. कि खाली लोगों को बचाने दो, उसके बाद में
बिल्डिंग तो आग लगाई लो essentially. Yeah.
तो ये हालत है बांग्लादेश की.
But no one will talk about it. No one will talk about exactly बांग्लादेश में पिछले एक साल से क्या चल रहा है. वहां पे अभी currently उनके PM मोहम्मद यूनुस is calling for, you know, to essentially chill out on the protest and all that. But I'm like, you're the PM. ये बोलने से क्या होगा? You can only ask people to calm down if it's your own people who are doing this. Is he indirectly saying कि उसी के लोग ये protest कर रहे हैं?
Or is he incapable of running his own country? Is he a puppet too? Is the US deep state involved in this? We don't know, frankly. We really do not know the answer to these questions.
Frankly, as India and as Indians,
We also don't care.
don't care. The biggest issue that comes in is कि as India, हम बांग्लादेश के लिए exactly उस parent की तरह बन चुके हैं कि जिसका बच्चा पहले हमने मतलब वो कॉन्स्टेंटली ऐसी हरकतें करता है एंड हमने किसी पॉइंट पे भी करेक्ट नहीं करा एंड नाउ दैट किड इज जस्ट रनिंग फेरल इन द स्ट्रीट्स एंड we're आई डोंट नो वेटिंग. हम पाकिस्तान को लेके बहुत वोकल हैं, बहुत वैलिड फॉर्म में है भी उसके लिए हॉस्टाइल, because well look at Pakistan.
Obviously.
But we let Bangladesh go on so many details. Frankly, the way Nepal is right now, we need to be stricter with Nepal as well.
We need to be stricter regarding every country that touches our borders. We need to be very secure because
Open borders policies don't work, especially when you're surrounded by hostile countries.
again
We need
comes to mind the 2.5 front.
Pakistan, Nepal and Bangladesh. All three are चाहे फ्रेंडली हो नॉट फ्रेंडली हो ऑब्वियस हैं दो, तो utterly hostile nations हैं इनमें से,
Which I
and
don't
the third
understand.
is being used by these hostile nations thanks to the open borders policy. We need closed borders. ये कोई बहुत foreign concept नहीं है.
We need to close our borders so hard, in the words of Trump, so hard, so
No,
like
stop saying so hard. Would love it if we could build a wall along all the borders, because none of these neighbors are worth keeping open borders with. क्योंकि again, as I said, नेपाल friendly है, unfriendly है, जो भी है, but they're being used by the hostile nations. तो क्या ही फायदा है? कैसी दोस्ती निभा रहे हैं हम अपना ही नुकसान करके?
and frankly, why do we need open borders? We have enough people. We have more than enough
Enough?
people.
We're the most populated country on the entire planet.
We don't need any more people. Least of all from Bangladesh, Pakistan or Nepal.
Seriously, अगर हमें लोग चाहिए तो we need the cream of the crop, not random people. I don't know, बांग्लादेशी जो भी आ रहे हैं,
I would say Pakistan और बांग्लादेश के तो cream of the crop ही नहीं चाहिए.
नहीं उनके तो कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए. उनका cream of the crop भी छोड़ो. बांग्लादेश and Pakistan are both utterly hostile nations. We need to stop being friendly with them. We need to be okay. It's funny, but US currently Mexico से ज़्यादा कटा हुआ है जितना हम बांग्लादेश के साथ फ्रेंडली हैं उसके कंपैरिजन में.
And बांग्लादेश कितना hostile है and कितना हम इसको neglect कर देते हैं उसका example ये भी है. First point, Bangladesh exists because of India.
Literally.
And उसके बावजूद the soldiers who died creating Bangladesh, the Indian soldiers who died fighting to create Bangladesh, उनकी मूर्तियां, उनके murals बांग्लादेश में recently destroy करे गए हैं. For what? For what reason? Why?
एहसान फरामोशी कोई इनसे सीखे.
इन्हीं की आजादी के लिए लड़ाई करी थी ना.
Exactly. For them, okay, sure, we won. But at what cost? We lost so many of our own people. इन लोगों को आजाद कराने के लिए पाकिस्तान से दूसरा पाकिस्तान बना हुआ है ये. And somehow we're playing friends with them.
और जिन्होंने इनको आजाद कराया ये उन्हीं की मूर्तियां तोड़ रहे हैं.
एहसान फरामोश, as I said, इनका how can we expect anything good out of these people यार? इन लोगों को कोई एक
These people बोल दिया racist हो जाएगा ना. BBC, CNN, क्योंकि this is talking about South Asia. If we were talking about India, we could say these people all day long.
were we especially targeting specifically, let's say उसमें भी amongst Indians as well, anti-Hindu कर रहे होते तो it would fly.
Do all the racism you want, anti-Hindus, anti-India, वो सब allowed है.
यहाँ पे स्पेसिफिकली जब दो ऐसे कंट्रीज की बात हो रही है जहाँ पाकिस्तान दुनिया का टेररिज्म का मसीहा और दूसरी तरफ बांग्लादेश छोटा पाकिस्तान essentially.
Also, everybody knows Pakistan is the hub of terrorism. Osama bin Laden also stayed in Pakistan. वहीं पकड़ा गया था ना.
Literally the worst of the terror camps run through Pakistan. हर
In
चीज,
Pakistan, not even through Pakistan only.
वैसे उनके पास पैसे नहीं है ये सारे काम करने उनके सारे पैसे इसी में तो जाते हैं और दे लो IMF के लोन.
Abhi recently there was I'm not going to talk about the whole thing here, but recently the Pakistani government asked IMF to give subsidies on a few products and the IMF denied, citing that they cannot afford subsidies on anything. इनको अपने ही लोगों को सब्सिडी देने के लिए IMF से एक तो पूछना पड़ता है
नया पापा
और उसमें भी IMF साफ साफ ये कह रहा है आप टू गरीब हो.
सब्सिडाइज करने के लिए कुछ भी.
खैर
There are no words to add to this, frankly. इस पूरे सिचुएशन में आते हैं सबसे फोर पे हमारे घर के भेदी ऑनरेरी साउथ एशियंस.
दुग्गल मसीहा और whatever शाम शर्मा says.
Yeah, that guy.
शाम शर्मा का तो नाम ले सकते हैं ना YouTube.
No idea, who knows. जो ये हमारे ऑनरेरी साउथ एशियंस इन इंडिया हैं या आउटसाइड इंडिया जो पेडल तो सेम ही लाइन ऑफ थॉट कर रहे हैं वो हमारा 2.5 फ्रंट के सबसे स्ट्रॉन्ग मेंबर्स हैं. क्योंकि जब कोई भी सिचुएशन ऐसी आती है बांग्लादेश में, फॉर एग्जाम्पल दिस सिचुएशन दैट हैपेंड विद दीपू चंद्र दास, दैट गाय इज फ्रॉम अ बैकवर्ड कास्ट. इंडिया में कुछ लोग हैं जो उनके मसीहा बनते हैं, जो SC या ST कैटेगरी से आते हैं, लेकिन इस चीज पे बिल्कुल चुप्पी साधे बैठे हैं। जो ये इनके मसीहा बने हुए हैं, ये इनकी हिपोक्रेसी लोगों को नजर आती है, लोग अंधे नहीं हैं। द प्रॉब्लम इज वो लोग इतने कंप्लेसेंट हैं कि उन लोगों को जेन्युइनली ये लगता है कि मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द पीपल दैट फॉलो देम, जिनके ये मसीहा बने हुए हैं, वो नहीं देख रहे हैं।
वो सब देख रहे हैं, जनता सब देख रही है।
जिनके लिए वो अपेरेंटली ह्यूमन राइट्स सब चीजों के लिए लड़ाई कर रहे हैं इंडिया में, बिकॉज इंडिया में अपेरेंटली उन्हें प्रताड़ित किया जा रहा है, एकदम चुप है अबाउट दिस वन गाय इन बांग्लादेश। क्यों?
एंड दिस इज नॉट अ सॉलिटरी इंसिडेंट। इस तरह के कई इंसिडेंट्स हो चुके हैं जिनके बारे में ग्लोबल मीडिया नहीं बोल रहा। चलो वो समझ सकते हैं, उनका ऑब्वियस बायस है, उनका स्टिल ब्रिटिश हैंगओवर है। ये लोग,
To quote Arfa Khanum, the Islamist terror is very strong, and somehow, however, she is also part of this. Quoting her again, बांग्लादेश में जो ये हो रहा है बहुत बुरा हो रहा है, but even she did not call out anything about Deepu Chandra. She is also one of those masihas, by the way, our honorary South Asian.
now Australia का response regarding the Bondi Beach terror attack was very predictable, especially considering it's Australia.
And उनका go to है ये.
ब्रिटेन का ग्लोबल काला पानी पॉलिसी तो ऐसे ही रखेंगे जैसे वेल वाज इन काला पानी। तो ऑस्ट्रेलियन गवर्नमेंट का इस इंसिडेंट के बाद में फर्स्ट रिस्पांस वाज अ गन बायबैक, अनदर गन बायबैक। इन्होंने पहले कर लिए, ऐसा नहीं है कि गन बायबैक नहीं हुए, मैंडेटरी गन बायबैक। और वो गन बायबैक इसलिए बोलते हैं ताकि उन्हें ये ना कहना पड़े कि वो गन कन्फिस्केशन है। तो इनका रिस्पॉन्स टू ऑल ऑफ दिस इज लॉ अबाइडिंग सिटीजन से हथियार ले लो। अगर बॉन्डी बीच पे, and I'm not blaming the victims here, all I'm doing is asking a question.
It is actually about the opportunity, or more like a lack of opportunity. अपने आप को डिफेंड करने का lack of opportunity.
Because पुलिस वाले तो कवर के पीछे बैठे हुए हैं।
And all option that the people at the Bondi Beach had was कि वो भागे. They had no way of defending themselves. उनके पास डिफेंस का कोई तरीका ही नहीं था. All they could do was hide or run. Mostly run because it's a beach.
A good defense is always an offense, especially in an area जहां पे कोई कवर भी नहीं है, कोई छुपने की जगह नहीं है, कोई भागने की जगह नहीं है। At least अगर उन्हें जाना ही है तो जाते जाते they could fire off 2 shots too. The incident would not last this long. The casualty rate would be much lower.
And again, we're not saying guns like जो यहाँ इंडिया में कई लोग शादी में ऊपर ये करते हैं, ये वाली नहीं। एक्चुअली ट्रेन करना होता है, हवाई फायरिंग के लिए नहीं कह रहे।
दो ही तरह के आर्ग्यूमेंट्स आते हैं रिगार्डिंग गन लॉज। या तो एब्सोल्यूट ऑस्ट्रेलिया वाला माइंडसेट रहता है
कि सब ले लो,
या फिर लोग यूएस को कोट करते हैं और उसमें भी हमेशा शिकागो, न्यूयॉर्क ऐसी जगहें कोट करेंगे।
By the way, they have the strongest anti-gun laws. They have the most restrictions on guns. और वहाँ सबसे ज़्यादा
These particular states, these particular cities and states have the most strict gun laws. जहाँ पे यूएस में सबसे ज्यादा गन वायलेंस है, वहां पे सबसे स्ट्रिक्ट गन लॉज हैं। जहां पर भी गन लॉज ईजियर हैं, जहां पर भी लॉ अबाइडिंग सिटीजन आराम से फायर आर्म खरीद सकता है, वहां पे गन क्राइम आपको मिनिमल मिलेगा।
And we're saying gun crime. Please don't call us out being like gun stats. तो ये कहते हैं इतने लोगों की. Yeah, most of those are actually sewer slides. Self pop off.
Use of gun on self.
We're trying to find imaginative ways as we go. But
bottom.
But there's another thing. आपको एकदम से यूएस बनने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. It's also Switzerland. वो भी एक एग्जाम्पल है of how guns can be introduced into a culture for the law-abiding citizen.
And in a more sustainable fashion that does not include air firing.
Proper training, mandatory proper training, and a few other rules that would help introduce legal firearm ownership in India. And I say this with respect to India because, well, that's what I care about.
Because frankly, जो अभी बॉन्डी बीच की हम बात कर रहे हैं, same situation in Pahalgam. If even 2 of those people there had a gun, they would have had a fighting chance. Because if you
And
have nothing, you don't even have a chance. I'm not saying वो उससे बच जाते. आई एम नॉट सेइंग वो मतलब
फिल्मी बातें नहीं है.
हम ये नहीं कह रहे धुरंधर की तरह वो सडनली मतलब एकदम हेयर फ्लिप मार के all that.
नहीं, धुरंधर is much more realistic.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying उसकी तरह. I'm not saying they would have been perfect marksmen. I'm not saying they would have guaranteed way में they would have made it out.
It is all just about a fighting chance. मरना ही है, at least try करते हुए मरे, भागते हुए ना जाना पड़े. ये मजबूरी ना हो.
कि ऑप्शन ही नहीं है कुछ और. All you can do is fight or flight में से आपके पास literally
ऑप्शन ही नहीं है दूसरा.
fight का तो ऑप्शन ही नहीं है. What will you do? You can just run, skedaddle, and that's a sad thing if that's your only option.
And all we're asking is maybe the law-abiding citizen should have the option to also fight. But again, somehow gun issue in India, जहाँ पे one of the most strict gun laws हैं, उस country में, India में, somehow guns become a polarizing issue. Despite so many terror incidents.
And the problem is India, जहाँ पे we are so constantly anti-colonial and British ideals जो हमारे इंडिया में introduce किए गए, we have not yet made our peace with the fact that there was a time before the Britishers introduced that Certain Arms Act, जब सबके पास अपने आप को defend करने के लिए एक तरीका होता था.
We were always a martial culture. Our arms were taken away from us, and every government forever has made sure to take away more.
Sadly, even the current one. And to all the people who are saying we're government stooges,
Well, we disagree with the government here
not just here, actually, we disagree with
on
them
a lot
bunch,
of points, but you have a
specific-
talking point
yeah.
now. And we are not saying, by the way, our idea not at all to just give away guns and immediately open up gun ownership and all that.
Yeah, because we're not stupid.
Yes, I mean, at least we think so. We're sitting together talking to a camera. I don't
mean-
think we're smart either.
But at least our idea about it is introducing the culture again, reintroducing people to be comfortable with defending themselves again.
Take the smallest
defending themselves. क्योंकि जिन लोगों को actually कुछ illegal काम करना होता है, they get illegal guns and do it anyway. Frankly.
Take the smallest step for public safety. और कुछ नहीं. Just make ranges and start teaching people how to shoot. Introduce that as an extracurricular activity. Don't make it so expensive. As an extracurricular activity. Shooting as a sport, at least, we can introduce in India.
As a common sport, not as a
अमीरों के शौक.
हाँ. It should not be the equivalent of equestrian sports.
But that is one of the solutions that we think is viable.
The second thing to do simply is, well, close borders. Now.
Especially
Close
considering,
borders yesterday, frankly.
especially considering all the countries we have around and the propaganda of the Western media.
We can't afford to have open borders with hostile nations. And all nations are hostile nations. Even
We
Nepal.
need to have more of an Israeli mindset. If you like this video, or if you dislike this video, or if you just want to say hi, do make sure to make use of the comment section to like, share, and subscribe.
And we'll see you next time.